double super kick, and that could be all she wrote.
When we first met Rob Vaughn,
and the Jesus freak.
It was pretty obvious he was a Jesus freak.
Where is he getting the stamina? This second win.
It said so on his shorts.
Envy.
And that he'd found a pretty remarkable way to draw a crowd, just so he could do this.
Man, that's the greatest tag team partner you can find right there, is Jesus.
A ministry going on nearly 20 years. But on June 12th, after a night of wrestling, the applause stopped. In his tiny rental home in Rockwall,
591, what's the location of the emergency?
Rob Vaughn was dead.
So I'm at my house.
His daughter Brooke made the call.
And my stepdad is in the shower, and my mom's trying to get him out. We don't think he's breathing.
He was on the bathroom floor, his body blocking the closed door.
Mom, I need you to tell me what to tell the... Oh my God! He's dead. No, the door's closed. I don't need to hurry. He's trying to give him CPR.
Rob's wife Beth wrestled the bathroom door open and crawled inside.
Mom, is he breathing? No. She said no.
We're going to work with him. We're going to try to help him. I need you to put me on speakerphone, and I'm going to walk you through CPR, okay? Count out loud so I can count with you. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
It had been less than 4 minutes since they called for help, when that help stormed through the front door.
Are they here?
Is somebody there with you?
Yes, they're here.
Okay, I'm going to let you go work with them.
Now, he was grey, his eyes were pointing different directions, his lips were blue, and I didn't think he was going to make it.
Rockwall police officer David Taylor was on patrol in the neighborhood that night, followed by a second officer and paramedics who shocked Rob Vaughn, restarting his heart 3 times. And once they rushed him to Baylor Scott and White Lake Point in Browlette, they had to shock him 2 times more. It was a complete blockage, the one they called the Widowmaker. That's what they told his wife.
But I kept remembering in my head, I just found you. I just found you 8 years ago. I am not ready to give you up.
And she didn't have to.
If we were still in our big house, we would have been on opposite ends of the house, and she may not have found me in time.
Because Rob Vaughn, now with a stent in that mended heart, is alive.
I know they say, well, it's just doing my job. Well, doing their job kept the family together.
Mm-hmm.
And her remembering CPR kept me around. So that's more than just doing a job.
And there was one more person he needed to tell that to, the police officer with the British accent. It happened at Rockwall City Hall.
I'm glad you're
Yes, thank you.
You're very welcome. That was excellent.
We could finally meet you.
That's definitely the highlight of my career. Yeah, he's still here to enjoy his life with his family, his daughter, his wife.
I know they said they're just doing their job. They're not heroes, but they are to me because they kept our family together.
Angel is all I can say. These are the angels right here.
Those angels got life-saving commendations that night, and the City Hall crowd got a special visitor.
I just want to say thank you. I'm the life that they saved that night, so I am glad to be here.
And that's what Rob and his family promised to do now. A man used to spreading the gospel has a couple of extra verses to share now. The gospel of CPR.
God still has work for Rob Vaughn and I and this family to do.
You know, we believe all things happen for a reason, and this is just part of our story now, a new part of it. And so, you know, we are here to champion that people need to learn CPR. It does save lives.
Yes.
Because wrestling mat or bathroom floor,
And we don't know how many days we have on this earth.
he's not down for the count just yet. In Rockwall, I'm Kevin Reece. On that Tuesday morning in Dallas's Dealey Plaza, this is a sample
Let's go, Brandon!
of what we heard. And
I know a lot of why I'm here was ordained by the Lord.
what we saw.
I should think that the police would come and block off the street or something too, you know?
Who's your president?
I'm here to support God-fearing patriots in the movement.
A movement that on that morning.
You need music or something.
What are you expecting?
What am I expecting?
Well, we'll let them tell you.
There was an event that was said to possibly happen here today.
Word on the street is that JFK Jr., will show up and introduce his parents.
12/29, the same time of day that JFK Sr. was shot here in this spot.
Probably the majority of us know that JFK Jr. is alive.
You're expecting JFK Jr.?
Absolutely.
Okay, how's that going to happen?
He never died.
Are we going to see him today?
JFK Jr.?
Yeah, that's what everyone's telling me.
We're hoping. You hope and pray.
And then after that?
He'll probably be the vice president with Trump.
I hope I'm right. I believe I'm right. And I believe today is going to be biblical.
Well, it wasn't biblical. JFK Jr., who died in a plane crash in 1999, did not show up.
Biblical.
That's fascinating.
Fascinating to a professor who studies this stuff.
But Donald Trump always holds his cards to the last minute.
This is really common in apocalyptic religions, that the end never quite happens, but it's always around the corner.
We are Q.
Dr. Michael Phillips is an author and a professor of American history at Collin College.
1229, what would be the mirror of 1229?
And in this peaceful gathering where JFK Jr. did not make an appearance, he sees more than just political theater. He sees potential trouble.
It's a merger of far right-wing politics with apocalyptic religious beliefs.
Strong religious component.
Dr. Kimmy King is an attorney and professor of political science at UNT Denton.
Some people will call it cult. Some people will call it a family. What matters is that there's a belief structure there that you share in common. It's when that belief structure gets challenged that it becomes problematic.
The Southern Poverty Law Center considers QAnon a sprawling spiderweb of right-wing internet conspiracy theories with anti-Semitic and anti-LGBTQ elements that falsely claim the world is run by a secret cabal of pedophiles who worship Satan and are plotting against President Trump. In 2019, the FBI warned of conspiracy theory-driven domestic extremists as a growing threat, with QAnon on that FBI list. And QAnon converts were a visible part of the attack on the Capitol on January 6th, and among the hundreds arrested so far.
I think the ability of the internet to mobilize people that believe in a violent apocalypse, that's disturbing.
You start connecting dots and you're like, are you kidding me right now?
The distance between QAnon and a mainstream political party is not as distant as I would hope.
Oh wow, it's coming in pretty clear.
On that Tuesday morning,
Well, that means something.
where conspiracy theories were the order of the day,
Elvis is still alive.
The Elvis.
The Elvis is still alive.
You
And
work
this is
with-
where I lose you.
Are you pulling my leg? You
Nope.
believe all this stuff? You really do?
Listen, first of all, I believe in God. I'm not some wacko person. I believe in this 100%.
There was one real truth several of these people agreed to talk about. But you gotta understand that most of the world is gonna think that's just crazy.
That's why half my family won't talk to me anymore.
They won't.
And my girlfriend thinks I've lost my mind.
That is actually a very common phenomena too.
Entire online communities like this one on Reddit are dedicated to that. Families that conspiracy theories like these have torn apart.
We've lost families, we've lost marriages have been destroyed, people have lost jobs, their livelihoods, because of something they believe in.
And these are people who feel powerless and alone.
There is this need to feel like you belong and that on some level you are right.
The Q community itself gives them a new sense of family.
Michael, how are you? Family led that morning.
Beyond excellent, by the way.
By a man who calls himself
Negative 48 was here, which I don't know where he's at.
Negative 48. And what does that mean?
48's evil. EVIL. E is 5, V is 22, I is 9, L is 12. 48. Negative evil. Negative 48.
Belief in a secret language of numbers.
Well, there's a gathering here today.
Part of this mindset too.
Donald Trump always holds his cards to the last minute. The last minute.
Okay. Are we at the last minute yet?
No. It's the middle of the day.
Which reminded Dr. Phillips of this ad in a Dallas newspaper that morning in 1963 that listed grievances against JFK and his photos as mugshots.
He hadn't gotten to Dallas yet. He was looking at the Dallas newspaper with that ad. He said, we're going into nut country. When a city gets a reputation like that, it becomes a magnet.
It was so nice to meet you.
Thank you. Do you have my card?
A magnet whose center that morning was Dealey Plaza.
You can save this footage and review it later, and you'll be going, wow, she was right about everything.
I don't know what's wrong with those people. That's what they're going to say.
And you know what I say to them? What's wrong with you?
What a great place to meet someone like-minded.
Like-mindedness you can pass off as unusual.
Well, you realize you're dealing with famous people here, so they usually run late.
Or like the experts.
I'm here to see and listen and obey.
Watch with a very real measure of concern.
And spread love.
Truth is boring. Fiction is way more interesting sometimes.
In Dallas.
God bless America!
Why would anybody make all this up?
I'm Kevin Reece.
Sweet home.
Poolville, Texas has just 2,300 people. Likely hundreds of times that many cows, but only 159 students in its high school and only one.
See, they just are going down.
Alan Howell.
It's all real hard.
Alan has autism, but here he is on the baseball field with his team.
Come on!
And on the basketball court. He's part of that team too.
Oh, yes!
Always supported by his biggest fan.
He's my heart. He is truly a gift. He is amazing. He is awesome. He is my awesome Alan.
So here's the deal about her awesome Alan.
Whoa.
Wherever he goes, whether on the court with his friends
Don't believe me, just watch.
or in the car with his mom, Alan brings joy.
Other kids, when they do something, they're like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
But to Alan, it's like a, oh my God, yes, I did it. And then it's not just him happy, but everybody else too.
Yes, they are nice to me.
Oh, okay.
They are nice to them, but I spread kindness and love.
And when we seen what his ability to bring the joy in one room, why not? Why not let everybody else feel this joy?
So this weekend in Weatherford, the second annual softball tournament that bears his name, raising money not for Alan, but for other teens like him to get them to summer camps and to give them their day in the sun. With an AU for autism, it's the Awesome Alan Foundation.
Our foundation is all about making special needs feel as amazing as they make us. That Alan is absolutely awesome and he's perfect, and so are special needs. They all need to feel that, and we want to spread that joy and happiness like they do.
I always make them happy while I'm around.
His teammates and his coach would agree.
He's kind of that common bond that's really pulled our school and our community together. I mean, he's you know, he's part of Poolville now.
It makes me cry. It makes me happy. It's all I've ever wanted.
By the way, the Poolville High School mascot is a monarch, not a butterfly. Alan doesn't need to change into something else. Monarchs are lions and kings, just like, they believe, Awesome Alan already is.
It's a self-confidence, and Alan's self-confidence has soared. If you feel sorry for Alan, I didn't do my job of explaining how awesome my son is.
Awesomeness on the road.
You got a friend in me. Go, Alan.
Waiting for the rest of us to follow his lead. In Poolville, Texas, I'm Kevin Reece.